rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all this morning? Dripmore. What's good? Knicks 100. What's good? We see you. We see you. Good morning, everybody. How y'all this morning? How y'all this morning? Good. South BK, what's good? What's good? Let me see. My Knicks freestyle thing's still up here. I thought I removed it. Let me move this Knicks freestyle thing out of here. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. All right. Real King, what's good? What's good? So, preseason game 1. Was the reaction a natural reaction? Well, yeah, it's a natural reaction. Was it a overreaction or something to be optimistic about? Jitmore said, I'll be in Jamaica in 2 days for my... Yeah, man, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Do your thing. So is it a overreaction or is it something to celebrate? Subliminal 209 in the building. Make sure y'all check out the Knicks at Night podcast tonight. At 10, I guess I got to talk to Sub and Cully about the real time, but yeah. So the Knicks at Night podcast to be on tonight, that's for sure. And I think they're gonna be rocking. Miss Geraldine, what's good? I think they're gonna be rocking tonight, man. So we're gonna be busy today. We got the Knicks morning drive right now. We got the pod couple coming on at 6:30. And the Knicks at Night podcast. So we're going to be rocking all day long. All day long. Right? Yeah, so salute to the chat. Want to talk about something. So the Knicks fans, are we overreacting about how positive we looked against Indiana Pacers? Or is there something there? Is there something to it? Is there something to this thing? I have a green screen that does not like cooperating. There it is. I have a green screen that don't want to cooperate. So I'm asking y'all, are we overreacting or is there something there? I think what we should do is probably start a poll. I think we should probably do a poll and get your opinion and feedback on it. I like getting your feedback on stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like getting y'all feedback Because y'all keep things a buck, and I appreciate that. Right? Let me see here. I'm gonna try to get to a place where I can do a poll. There is the poll. All right. Are we overreacting to the first season game, or is there worth celebrating? All right. The choices are gonna be overreacting, and something to celebrate. Are we overreacting to, am I spelling that wrong? Overacting? No. How about to the success Come on. Things are just all of a sudden things are just moving slow on YouTube. I can't figure out what's going on, but I don't know. All of a sudden I started typing and all of a sudden things just went haywire. Okay, are we overreacting to the success of the first preseason game, or is there something worth celebrating? Overreacting, something to celebrate, and I don't want to add options. And again, the question is too long. Are we overreacting to the success of the first preseason game? Okay. And bam, there we go. All right. So, Chad, tell me what you think. Are we overreacting, or is there something to celebrate? There are a lot of things that we saw. We saw good ball movement. We saw a deep rotation, right? We saw floor spacing. We saw sharing the ball. We saw a good offense against a traditional defensive-minded team and a rival at that. Indiana is historically our rival too. So don't get it twisted. Like Indiana was just going to come in here and lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Because there are things that are like, even though it's a preseason game, the Indiana Pacers are still a rival of ours. It's as if we played the Boston Celtics in the preseason. You think the Boston Celtics would have just tried to lay down for us? No. Right? So Subliminal 209 said he's saving his bread for a playoff seat. Right? I'm with him. Hey, listen, you know I'm going. You know I'm going. No, I'm going. So here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to say to y'all, right? Because I get bashed a lot. They're like, Uncle Freezy, you always be like, the cow jumped over the moon. Uncle Freezy always like the cow that jumped over the moon. He always takes stuff to the extreme in a positive direction, right? Well, I'm around people that always take it in the opposite direction. The Knicks can't do nothing unless it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? The Knicks can't do diddly poo without it not meaning a thing. The Knicks went 41-31 last year, right? And I predicted they would go 42-30 when Las Vegas said 22 wins. And people were saying stuff like fade for Cade. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Fade for Cade? The Fade for Cade Brigade. They had a name. Miss Geraldine says, it was just one preseason game. However, I did like the flow of the game and how we played, and we won the game. I'm with you. I'm with you. This is just about how I feel. It was only one game, right? Let me put it in some. Let me do a Freezyism. It was one game against a team that I dislike, the Indiana Pacers. And y'all know why I dislike the Indiana Pacers. We don't have to do a history lesson. Right? It was one game, and it was against the Indiana Pacers. And we bucked a lot of negative trends. Our point guard play was good, right? Our point guard play was good. Wasn't like that last year. Okay? Our point guard play was good. You didn't see a lot of Julius Randle bringing the ball up. At least I don't remember. I was watching the game and flipping back and forth on the joint because, for the most part, we was doing Freezy time. So I was watching the game, flipping back and forth, reading the comments. So I didn't get to see every ounce of the game, even though I had the game on watching it. Right? Chuck Allen was good. Right? Against the Pacers, yeah, man. Come on. Anytime we can beat the Pacers, I don't care if it's preseason, regular season, postseason. When we beat the Pacers, I'm excited. Right? I'm excited. I don't care. Now, point guard play was good. RJ Barrett shot 50% from three. The starting unit shot 40% from three. How about that? The starting five shot 41% from three. And they hoisted a lot of three-point shots, 22. The starting unit was 9 for 22 from three. Was that not impressive? Three-point shooting is hard. It's not easy. Right? Brooklyn Buddha was good. Brooklyn Buddha says it was one game where we saw winning basketball that could be more sustainable and dynamic than we saw last year. Right. That's my point. My point is not who we played, how we played them, but what we did was lay a blueprint for the rest of the season. Right? Stefan! It was good. Looking forward to seeing you, bro. November 12th. Looking forward to that. Real King says, no way we lose to Atlanta this year. Atlanta's pretty good, man. Atlanta's pretty good. Atlanta's pretty good, man. Yeah, man. So here's the thing. I don't want to be like the cow that jumped over the moon, right? That's not what I want to be at this point because it's one preseason game. But were you not excited to see Knicks basketball? Ask yourself that. Were you not excited to see the Knicks in action? Now, with that said, were you not excited to see the changes that the team made? It's a little bit too dark. There we go. Were you not excited to see good point guard play? Were you not excited to see Evan Fournier actually debunk this whole Reggie Bullock thing? Oh, Reggie Bullock was the reason why we made the playoffs last year because of his defense. Nah, get out of here. Get out of here with these weird narratives. Our defense is going to be worse because Reggie Bullock ain't here. Reggie Bullock was a journeyman dude who never started, at least in significant minutes, for another team. He came here and started, and now we like, oh, Reggie Bullock was the reason why our defense looked like. No. Don't get me on my hoodie cab with this mess, man. We make up these stupid man. I watch Knicks content creators just like y'all do, right? I watch them just like y'all, and a lot of them watch me, right? A lot of them watch Blorange Tears too, right? And they formulate these weird narratives to keep. Bro, I just think they sour pusses. I think they just sour grapes, right? Can't find a reason to be happy about the Knicks, so they just say, "Hey, I think the Boston Celtics with a rookie head coach and no point guard is going to be better than the Knicks. Who got the coach of the year?" Think about what I'm telling y'all, man. I think it's a weird. We are in a weird space. People have PTSD so bad that they can't realize that the franchise has turned this thing around. They say stuff like Tibbs played the veterans too many minutes in the first preseason game. Really? Did we win? Did anybody get hurt? Did we win? Did anybody get hurt? Mama said, don't trust you. What's good? Sherwin M was good. That's our guy right there. Sherwin M was good. It's good to see you, boss. Infamous New King was good. People had the audacity to say, hey, Uncle Freezy, Tibbs played the veterans too many minutes. And they pushed their queen forward like they put me in check, right? They pushed the queen forward, you know what I'm saying, towards the middle of the board, like they put me in check. That comment, however, makes no sense. Here's how, or here's why that comment makes no sense. When was the last time the New York Knicks made the playoffs 3, 4, 5 years in a row? Somebody in the chat educate me. When's the last time the Knicks made the playoffs 3, 4, 5 seasons in a row? And if it didn't happen this century, then we shouldn't question anything Tom Thibodeau does. Real King says the 90s. If it didn't happen this century, we should not be questioning Tom Thibodeau. When's the last time the Knicks made the playoffs 3, 4, maybe 5 seasons in a row? And don't tell me, here's the irony. Don't tell me it was when Tibbs was here as an assistant coach. Don't tell me it was when Tibbs was here as an assistant coach, because now all these weird narratives sound strange, sound peculiar. Tibbs is playing the rookie. Tibbs played the vets too many minutes in the preseason. Bruh, what I'm telling you is this. What I'm telling you is this. Tibbs is changing a culture. Tom Thibodeau is changing a culture. Right now, you can't compare the New York Knicks to the Boston Celtics you can't compare the Knicks to the Celtics, to the Warriors, to the Chicago Bulls, to the San Antonio Spurs, to the Miami Heat, to the LA Lakers, because those franchises have 2, 3, 4 championships. The Knicks have 2, and they were 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Okay? Don't tell me that the reigning coach of the year doesn't have a clue. Is he perfect? Find me a perfect person. You gonna pick out his flaws? You're gonna nitpick him? You're gonna turn the conversation into one about picking nits on Tom Thibodeau. Well, you find me the perfect coach and we'll go hire him. But as of right now, Tom Thibodeau is the gold standard. You know why? Because he's the coach of the year. He did the most with the least. Tibbs did the most with the least. Everybody in this chat and everybody that's listening to me speak right now knows that last year's roster was very, very flawed and imbalanced. Everybody listening to this chat, watching, hanging out with us, y'all know last year's roster was very, very, very flawed. Yet Tibbs almost doubled the win prediction, right? And got this team to the playoffs for the first time in 17,532 years. Sherwin M says, I don't want to hit and run the pretty. I want to keep the pretty good. Right. Okay. All right. Listen. I dig it. I dig it. But this is where I'm going. We hear a bunch of narratives. And listen, first of all, I appreciate y'all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, is my voice going again already? Hold on. Let me get some. I'm gonna see if my pretty production assistant can get us some tea. Hold on. She said she guessed that she can find some tea somewhere. Okay. So we get hit with a bunch of weird narratives. The defense is going to suffer because of Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock was a key piece. Really? He was so key that we re-signed Alec Burks over him. We re-signed Derrick Rose over him. We re-signed Nerlens Noel over him. Let me tell y'all something, man. There are people in Knicks universe that create these weird narratives just to keep us in a mindset of PTSD. I heard somebody say, and I'm not knocking people. I'm not knocking the person. I'm knocking narratives. I heard somebody say that there are a bunch of teams in the Eastern Conference that got better, right? They got better and will be better than the Knicks this year. A bunch of teams, right? A bunch of teams. One dude at work said, hey, don't sleep on the Washington Wizards. You know, they got that Dinwiddie boy. Really? The Washington Wizards are going to be better than the New York Knicks. Somebody told me in a DM, don't sleep on Charlotte. You know, Charlotte signed Kelly Oubre. Can anybody in this chat name the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets? Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Somebody name the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. Right? And then do this. Is Charlotte better at point guard than the Knicks? Is the Charlotte Hornets better at the 2 guard than the New York Knicks? Are the Charlotte Hornets better at the 3 position than the New York Knicks? Are the Charlotte Hornets better at the 4 than the New York Knicks? Are the Charlotte Hornets better at the 5 than the New York Knicks? Does the Charlotte Hornets have a better bench than the New York Knicks? Now, I'm sure Charlotte, I'm sure they have a great young point guard. They have a great young point guard that they sit in the 4th quarter, that they can't play in the 4th quarter. Is Terry Rozier better than Evan Fournier? Is Gordon Hayward better than RJ Barrett? Is whoever they start at the 4 better than Julius Randle? Is Miles Plumlee better than the rotation of Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel, Taj Gibson, and Jericho Sims. Is their bench? Is Charlotte Hornets bench better than the New York Knicks? In a game 7, winner take all, will the Charlotte Hornets head coach outcoach Tom Thibodeau? CWC was good. Hey, Chris Burks was good. People are telling me that you don't have to watch out for the teams. You don't have to watch out for the teams in front of the Knicks, Uncle Freezy. You have to watch out for the teams behind the Knicks, like the Chicago Bulls. Really? Really? Y'all think a team of Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and Nikola Vucevic is a team that's better than Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel, whichever? Ghetto Intellect was good. I heard God told me he was talking in general. He's been a Celtics fan since probably as long as I've been a Knicks fan. He was like, don't sleep on our new head coach. And I was like, really? What's his name? You know who I'm talking about, that fella? Nah, bro. Now, don't tell me this dude is better than Thibodeau and you don't know his name. How much experience does this Boston Celtics head coach have? Don't tell me that this Boston Celtics head coach is better than Tom Thibodeau if you don't even know his name. Say his name. You know that boy I'm talking about, Uncle Freezy. Don't do that. Bro, don't tell me just because you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that the Celtics are better than the Knicks. When last year the Celtics had Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and we stomped a mud hole in them. They got lucky one game, and the narrative king, Reggie Bullock, left Marcus Smart open for 3. And he hit a wide open 3. The narrative king, Reggie Bullock, left Marcus Smart open for 3. And he hit a 3 to take the lead, and they drove home. They basically won the game off that. But we beat the Celtics on a Sunday afternoon with Kemba Walker, with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown. Everybody healthy. Now, Kemba left that game. But he started that game. It's a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's a whole bunch of narratives flying around. And people are saying, well, the Knicks can't do it again. The Knicks can't do it again. Last year, the Knicks won 41 games. This year, people are predicting with 10 more games playing 82, the Knicks are going to win 41 games again. Really? Okay. What I'm saying to you is this. I'm not saying that the Knicks are automatically headed to the promised land. Hey, oh, you got something for me? Hold on, y'all. The production assistant's coming. Hold on. You want to be on camera? Okay. All right. Yay. Blorange tea. So I don't want to overreact. I don't want to say that the Knicks are going to win 65 games, finish number one in the East, go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't want to say that because, in my opinion, now we're talking about ridiculousness. If it happens, I'm here for it, right? If it happens, I'm here for it. But I don't want to do. I don't want to feed you. I'm not going to shoot you the gas. I'm going to be real with you. Right? Chris, what's good? Soul Fingers in the building. What's good? So what I don't want to do, man, is this weird thing of generating weird can't do narratives for the sake of generating weird can't do narratives. Right? People are like, the Celtics are going to be better than the Knicks this year, Uncle Freezy. How? Did they improve their point guard situation? Wait a minute. Did they improve their big man situation? Don't tell me a dude got paid, because that don't make sense. Their big man situation was whack, but they paid him. That must mean improvement, right? No. That's dumb. I'm not a dumb Knicks fan. And most of us here, most of us are fairly smart. I would say about 98% of the Knicks fans that I come across are fairly smart. There's a 2%. Some of them are just dumb and they don't know they're dumb. They're dumb and proud. That 2%. They're dumb and proud. They say dumb stuff and think it's righteous. But such is life. Because we have family members like that. Say dumb stuff and they think it's righteous. We got family members, co-workers, neighbors, what I'm saying? That say dumb stuff and they think it's righteous. I came up with this, so it's got to be sent from heaven. No, not really. I had an epiphany. Okay. Most of y'all, and I say most, and I say a vast majority of y'all are really, really smart. Really, really smart. I read the chat. Sometimes live, sometimes on replay. Like in my quiet times, I'll let the stream play and I'll look at things that are going on and read y'all chat. And a lot of y'all are very, very smart. Very smart. Right? Very smart. Right? But sometimes we get force-fed these weird sourpuss narratives. Like, what are my defense going to be like without Reggie Bullock? Really? Is Reggie Bullock Kawhi Leonard? Is Reggie Bullock Kawhi Leonard? Is Reggie Bullock Paul George? Wait. Even better. Even better. Is Elfrid Payton Gary Payton? Come on, man. What are we even doing? What are we even doing? People feed us these weird narratives for the sake of trying to sound smart. And it sounds the opposite to those that are smart. We'll get force-fed narratives like, hey, Elfrid Payton guarded the number one option for the other team more than anybody in the NBA. I said it, and I said it in context. But others will use it like Elfrid Payton Alfred is short for glove. Alfred Payton is Gary Payton. No, Alfred Payton is not Gary Payton. Alfred Payton just used a lot of energy on defense. And we appreciate his effort. But he's gone now. And we moving on. Sin Mears, what's good? Sin Mears, that's my guy. Sin Mears is a man. So we get force-fed these narratives, man, to keep our PTSD triggered. Tibbs played the veterans too much. I don't care about establishing a culture. I want to see the young kids play. Really, you want to see the young kids play? So seeing the young kids play is more important than establishing a culture of winning. I'm just saying. Hey, babes, this tea is fantastic. Sherwin M says, I like Peyton defensive effort. I wish we get that from IQ. Hey, man, I'm with you on both of those. I'm with you on both of those. And you know, I'm with you on both of those. I wish we had a point guard or a guard, a guard in general on this team, like a small guard that can defend. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, Uncle Freezy. Are you about to say that Tom Thibodeau has a guard on this roster that can make a difference this season? A young guy? Yes. Danny Landis is in the building. What's good, Danny Landis? Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in there. Just give me a few minutes, man. I gotta get this off my chest, bro. I got to get this off my chest because I feel like I feel like the kid on the playground that is watching other kids get bullied, and somebody got to stand up for the other kids. That's what I feel like right now. That's what I feel like right now. I feel like the kid that is watching other kids get bullied by this one kid, right? And I feel like I got to stand up and do something. Right? My deal is a lot of y'all, man, listen, a lot of y'all as Knicks fans are razor sharp. Right? As Knicks fans, a lot of y'all are razor sharp. Right? And listen, I ain't got and so for those that think I'm capping, I don't have to compliment nobody. I don't have to compliment y'all. I ain't got to do that. I ain't got to do that. But listen, when somebody is talented, you should. When somebody is smart, you owe it to them to let them know, hey, Sherwin M., what you said was spot on. Hey, Chuck Allen, what you said was spot on. Right? Instead of feeding into your PTSD, how about compliment you when you write? It just seemed like the right thing to do to me. It just seems like the right thing to do. When somebody is right, It just seems like the right thing to do to compliment them on something good that they did. Why should we bash everybody every opportunity we get? Oh, wait. People do that to the Knicks. They say we're not going to be able to win a certain amount of games because the defense is gonna suffer because Elfrid Payton left. Really? Elfrid Payton left? That's the reason why the team won't get better? Reggie Bullock left? That's the narrative that you're holding on to say the Knicks won't get better. Reggie Bullock left. Really? The reason why the Knicks won't get better is because Reggie Bullock left. Well, Uncle Freezy, the defense is going to suffer because Reggie Bullock left. Really? Really? The defense is going to suffer because Elfrid Payton left. Really? Okay. Okay. That if that's what we're going with right now, okay. A young guy that plays NBA 2K, right? I talk trash to him a lot, man. I play 2K sometimes. And he was like, Uncle Freezy, your heart is gonna be broken because Philly is gonna jump out the box again and take the number 1 seed. Really? I'm gonna name 4 Philadelphia 76ers, and you name the rest. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. Name the rest of the 76ers. What you mean, Uncle Freezy? You named the most popular ones. No. Mm-mm. Basketball is not a 4-man sport. Name the rest of the 76ers. Name them. Name them. Name them. Ghetto intellect, you smart. Name the rest of the 76ers. Ghetto intellect, probably, like, hey, man, I'm too busy working. Hey, and I love G.I., y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I love G.I. Right. I love G.I. For real. In my heart, man. I do. and he's slick with the words, kind of like a Rakim. He's slick. He's slick with the wordplay too. Right. But yeah, somebody's the young fella like 19. He played NBA 2K. I play sometimes. Right. Hey, G.I., a dude told me, like 19, 20, 19, I think, said, hey, Philadelphia gonna be better than y'all. I was like, oh yeah? I'm gonna name 4 Philadelphia 76ers, and you name the rest. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. Now you name the rest of the 76ers. And he was like, well, what exactly. Name a year that Doc Rivers got out of the second round of the playoffs as a coach without Tom Thibodeau. Name it. I'm asking G.I. Name a year that Doc Rivers, with all the talent he had over the years, got out of the second round of the playoffs without Tom Thibodeau. Chat, name the year that Doc Rivers got out of the second round of the playoffs without Tom Thibodeau? Name it. Name it. And for the record, Tom Thibodeau is not on Doc Rivers' staff anymore, just for the record. And we think Doc Rivers, who had arguably the greatest point guard of his generation, and Chris Paul, a rim running big, a stretch four that was athletic, a shooter in JJ Redick, and a deep bench, and they could not get out of the second round of the playoffs. They had the perfect roster construction. A point guard, a big, a wing, a stretch four, and a deep bench, and they could not get out of the second round of the playoffs. And we think that he's going to do it in the Eastern Conference. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sinman, what's Sinman say? Tibbs has the same thing in Chicago. Did he? Tibbs had the same thing in Chicago? I don't know. Yeah, Tibbs had the same thing in Chicago. Tibbs had the same thing in Chicago. Ronnie Brewer, C.J. Watson. Yeah. Perennial all-stars. I got you, dog. I got you, Simmons. I got you. Right? Right? I got you, dog. So I see where some in the chat want to change the narrative to Tibbs didn't win in Chicago, but that's not what we're talking about right now. What we are talking about is how people are saying teams right now are better than the Knicks right now without furnishing proof. Where's your proof that all these teams are better than the Knicks? Show it. Show it. Show it. Show it. Listen, the Milwaukee Bucks are the outlier. They're the NBA champs. So you don't have to put the NBA champs in any comparative conversation because they are the NBA champs. Is Atlanta better than us? I think that's a discussion that could be had. Atlanta is deep like us. They have a dynamic point guard. I think if we play best out of 7 right now, I think we beat them in 6. Maybe 6. With the rule change for Trae Young, the Trae Young rule, I think we might beat them in 5. I think we beat them in 5. With the Trae Young rule in place now, well, you can't get the cheapy fouls. Let me do this. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Right. All right. So here's the thing I wanted to address too. Just real quick. What's up, Bob?
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I saw you looking pretty dapper last night, Freezy. With your shirt, your tie.
Yeah, man.
You were dressed to kill yesterday.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna say something. It's just gonna sound so opposite, but it's gonna sound so weird. But I have like 1,000 dress shirts and hundreds of ties, just because of career stuff, right? And I want to be the opposite. I'm trying to. What I like to do is get back to. It's the reason why I'm shifting gears, because I want to get out of that mode and get into growing a beard mode, and you know what I'm saying, t-shirts and jeans mode. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it the opposite way for so long, I'm just burnt out with it.
You got to start sporting the bow ties like GI.
No, man, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that, man.
We have to all do it one day, all of us together.
Yeah. Maybe for one day, one event.
Yeah.
But I was in sales for so long that, to me, getting dressed up is not fun no more. Like being clean shaven is not fun anymore for me. I want to be jeans and t-shirt, bro. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man. Soul Finger, what's good?
What's going on, Unc Freezy? What's going on, fellas? What's happening, chat?
Salute, Soul Finger.
Soul Finger
is in the building.
Yeah, is in the building. There he is. Hey, so I know I jumped on a tangent real quick. I was asking a question, and all of a sudden, all this stuff on the inside started coming out.
Hey, just say it with your chest, Unc. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
That's it.
I'm just frustrated that people are always, when it comes to the Knicks, people always find a reason to
hate,
diminish what we feel like can be a positive for the Knicks. Yes, hate on the Knicks, basically.
I call it like clicks for chicks, and clicks for checks, whoever way you want to put it.
Right.
I mean, yeah, granted, let's keep it. We're gonna keep it 100, keep it a buck. We've been bad for a long time, but what goes down, they say what goes up must come down. But in our case, we were down so low, you got to bounce back up.
Got to bounce back, right?
And it was a lot of bad moves. Okay, let's call it like it is. People, if you listen to the national media, who push this dribble, I'm gonna use one of them ESPN words they like to throw out there, this dribble and all this other crap. That's how they made money. And the best way to do it is with us, because it's such a big fan following. So, and the Knicks fans, the following is huge for Knicks Nation. So you make more money by doing the negative and all like that. I mean, come on. I'm gonna use football for instance, real quick. You know how they were talking, you heard about Aaron Rodgers, Stephen A. He's a bad man. He could do this, he could do that, but the defense wasn't that good. But yet they kept overlooking that and downplaying other teams to put certain people up. I mean, it's like the Game of Thrones, man. They keep moving chess pieces around the way they want to move it and promote who they want and get whatever. And then they see if it's hot, if it sticks, they throw against the wall. If it sticks, they keep on rolling with that joker. Last year, they tried to say we weren't going to win this, even with the Vegas odds. And then what happened? We flipped it on them. Oh, yeah. You're not going to win with 22 wins. Okay, we got 41. I know people are still on the whole thing with the playoffs. Atlanta beat us, but look at what we had. Mitch wasn't there. That was a key piece. That was a major blow. whatever you say, Mitch may not be out there shooting threes or whatever else, but his defensive presence was a factor. Nerlens did what he could, but Nerlens was banged up as well. So, and then the Trey Young rule, the Trey Young effect, stopping, those fouls, kicking the leg out, and all them other things. All that stuff is going to be. It's a whole nother season with all these new rule changes. Thank God. So, I'm looking at what we got. We got a more balanced offensive team. People were, we can't win because Elfrid Payton is gone. Come on, man. What you want? Dope dog food.
Come on, man. Right. Man. I see there is some legit Tibbs hate in the chat.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Wrong.
Well, one thing you can, good morning, fellas. I'm sorry to just cut in like that. I apologize. One thing you can't do is change a person's perception of you. Whatever they think of you is what they think of you. It don't matter if it's 10 years or 20 years. However the last time they saw you, that's what they think of you. How many times you ran into someone, maybe you haven't seen them since high school or since you were a kid, and that's all they talk about when they see you. Oh man, the last time I saw you, you was this high. Well, I'm not this high anymore. I'm an adult. Talk to me like an adult.
Right.
The Knicks, like Soulfinger said, has been bad for so long, but so many other teams were bad too.
Yeah.
It's easy to pick on the Knicks because New Yorkers are so arrogant. They think they're just supposed to win. They're supposed to be the Mecca. There's a lot of New York bias across media, entertainment, sports, in general. And so we're always going to get the raw end of the deal. We're always going to be looked down on, just because of the city, just because of the cachet of the city, and they don't like James Dolan. A lot of this negative slander is because they're trying to drive James Dolan out of the game. Same way they try to do to George Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
Oh, he should leave the team alone. You can't buy a championship.
Right.
And then they rattle off how many championships in how many years. So
they do that. They're quick to do that.
Yeah. I think we're in. You brought us some great points about Tibbs. We got what we got. Like, we have to stop hoping and wishing for something else. Appreciate what you have.
Right.
See what you can get out of that first before you trying to move on and get something else. Because the old adage is the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Right. Yeah, I think that the people that say that, though, the people that say that because they don't want you to check out the other side. You know what I'm saying? That I always felt like that. Right.
They don't realize how deep our team is, Freezy.
No, they do not.
They don't know.
They do not.
What the thing about it is like I said, it's so easy to go that way because that's always sold papers and got clicks and stuff. When you look at it, everybody's talking about Philly. Well, when the last time Philly won?
Yeah.
I'm bringing that back. Okay, we talking about Brooklyn. We talking about the Nets. When the last time they won?
Right.
When was the last time? I'm just rolling through some stuff and rolling through all the teams that are better than us. Everybody's saying, when the last time Atlanta won?
Right. I feel you. You.
When okay, but the thing is quit following players and look at teams. Look at how teams are constructed. Are they contending? Not just because they went out and bought us. I look at the whole overall picture, not just the here and now, but I'm looking at down the line. What do you have in your treasure chest to make moves down the line? Where's your money at? What is what's your salary cap like? It's more than just this right now. You get caught up in the moment. Everybody's still talking about Trae Young, but that's just one person. If you're just looking at that one person, then you're missing out on the overall big picture.
Right.
And then again, there's Tibbs hate. Some people saying that Nate out coached him. Well, you know
No,
what?
hey Nate. So that's another thing too, man. Oh, go ahead, Sophie.
I'm just saying this. But when was the last time Nate went that far? That's the furthest Nate ever been as a coach. I like Nate McMillan. Don't get it twisted.
I like Nate too.
I always have liked him as a player, and I like him as a coach. But this past season is the first he's ever been as a coach.
Right.
So
right.
The thing is, before we jump out, people start jumping off the ledge and ready to crucify Tibbs and all this. You got to look at what we had, considering how we won with what we had.
Right.
That was I had to catch myself. I had to turn on the brain mouth filter. That was a great accomplishment, man. Right. It was a great accomplishment. You just upgraded at the positions that we were deficient at. We upgraded. What was the first thing you said? We needed shooting. Tibbs has never had this kind of offensive capability.
Weaponry. Yep.
Because when he had Derrick Rose, who was the other offensive player on that team?
Dang a little bit.
Well, dang.
Yeah.
Who was after Derrick Rose? Luol Deng. Captain Kirk.
It was Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
That's it.
That's and so I didn't really want to get into Nate bashing, man, because
no, it's not Nate bashing, but I'm just saying
no, not you. I'm talking about me.
It's not Nate bashing though, because I'm just making comparisons. People saying that Tibbs has never done this and Tibbs has never done that, but you got to look at how the team's constructed. Every situation is different. Stand back, take a breather, chill and relax. Yeah. Get on and enjoy what you got now. Because when was the last time we had a coach to take us this far? Mike Woodson. That was the last coach.
Did Mike Woodson do it 3 years in a row?
See?
Because listen, one time is lucky, right? 2 times you're doing something, but 3 times in a row, in my opinion, then you are actually doing something.
Yeah, it's not 3 times. Look, man.
Right.
Like I said, old saying, the sun shines on the dog's backside every now and again. It hit him 3 times, so he's sunburned back there, bro.
Right. And so the thing is with Tibbs, I think he gonna get bashed because of a few things. First of all, Tibbs gets rid of if you trash and you're not producing, you're gonna be out of here.
Yeah, he canceled Christmas.
Yeah, if you trash and you're not producing, you gone. You know what I'm saying? He ain't waiting around. He ain't waiting around for say a dude that's been in the league, 4 or 5 years that needs 6 more seasons to get good. He ain't waiting on them. You out of here. You know what I'm saying? You got to produce because at the end of the day, it's about winning today, not winning tomorrow.
Yo,
what's up, Free Keith?
What up, chat? What's good, peoples? Good morning.
Free Keith.
Nobody but Knicks fans, yo. Like, good morning today.
Yeah, man.
Keith, you guys were dapper last night. Nice shirt, nice tie.
You like that, right? You like that?
They look smooth.
Like, we gotta take this season serious.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Just
sir.
like our team is taking it. Yo, did anybody realize that these cats came into the preseason? Like, we were the only ones. We're the only ones looking at this like a preseason game. Them cats came in mid-season form. Serious.
Right. Serious.
They don't care it's a preseason game. They on the court and they playing hard.
Right.
Yo, they said it after after almost all of them said it after in the post game interviews about like the seriousness to which they're taking, the focus, the hard work that these cats are wanting to put in on the court, and we seeing it, or at least I'm gonna say we saw it that first game. That first game, although it was a first preseason game to us, I watched that game and saw guys who were looking at that like it was a real season game.
Right.
Now, that level of seriousness coming into the season, where I thought this offseason was our biggest offseason, our biggest full offseason probably in the last decade. I think this next trade deadline is going to be the next biggest thing.
Right.
Because cats are going to see, like, it's almost gonna be a commercial these next few months. Like, yo, if you serious about winning for real, if you really serious about winning and playing ball and no off-court nonsense, come to the Knicks, yo. And I'm telling you, we're gonna have stars that's trying to get over here.
Right. I think they may be trying to do it right now, bro.
Oh, facts. Cats, we're not the only ones that see what's going on.
Right.
It's not a fluke. I didn't even hear nobody say nothing about Dolan in months.
Right.
Why nobody blaming Dolan? No more.
That's just what I was saying, though, Free Keith. Hey, Keith, that's just the thing, because now you don't have any material to just throw out there. So now you scratching and scraping, throwing on anything against the wall to make it stick. Oh,
right.
Tibbs sneezed and he sprayed in his hand. Oh my Lord.
Right.
The Knicks gonna win 10 games.
Right.
Then go on a 20-game losing streak. You know, it just come out with something weird. Just makes no sense at all.
Right.
Bulls wear Air Jordans. Just weird stuff, man.
Watch within the first 10 games, the Vegas odds change again, like it changed last season.
Right.
Watch.
Here's one for you. The Knicks need Miles Turner. Bro, the Knicks actually played Miles Turner the other day.
Yo,
Miles Turner did not look impressive.
And cool, he might come around by mid-season, this, that, and the other. But like, yo, to me, and this just strengthens my argument against like cats like Ben Simmons and this, that, and the other. I am not trading this serious talent that we have on this team, assets on this team right now, for nonsense, bro. For cats who may come in here and mess up that culture mentally. I'm against it.
That's throwing the turd in the punch bowl and running out the room. That's what they're doing. Because you're doing it now.
Y'all got Snickers in a punch bowl?
I'm telling you.
Hey, bro. So I just want to say this one thing, man. And I probably shouldn't. But even though I like Nate McMillan, and it's just to the Nate McMillan, Tom Thibodeau thing. I like Nate McMillan, right? But Nate McMillan coached in the NBA for 18 seasons, right? 18 seasons. This is his 18th season right here.
Say it, Freezy.
Right.
Don't hold back. Say it with your chest.
And he has a 53.5 win percentage. Right? 53.5. That means every year Nate McMillan get your team, he gonna win about 45 games every year. Nate McMillan is gonna 45 and what 45 and 37. That's going to be the cap for your team. That's what you expect.
No.
Right? Tom Thibodeau, on the other hand, has coached 10 seasons. This is his 10th season. This is only Tibbs' 10th season right here. This one. So out of the 9 seasons Tom Thibodeau coached, he won Coach of the Year twice in 9 seasons. Right? If Tibbs wins Coach of the Year this year, right? That means Tibbs has won 30% of the Coach of the Year awards that were available while he was in the league. 30%, bro. It's 30 teams in 10 seasons. That means others had like 300 chances to win it, right? And Tibbs won it 3 times. Tibbs would have won it 3 times.
That says a lot right there.
What in the name of cheese and crackers are we talking about?
Yo, dude, you've been guilty too, though. Like, cats been. I've watched fans kick Tibbs back in for whatever quote unquote decisions they feel like he shouldn't be. Like, oh, Tibbs is just what was one of the nice ones I heard? Tibbs is our Mark Jackson. Tibbs is our Mark Jackson.
Right. Well,
that's what like the disrespect that this man has incurred from even just fans, like the cats thinking that they outthinking him. Like, oh, he ain't using Frank. He must be.
Oh God.
Well,
I
got a question for you. I just want to throw this out there, fellas. Okay. We're talking about coaches and stuff and people on Tibbs, but what Hall of Fame coach or what great coach was walking through that door, beating down the doors, wanting to come to us? This man had been wanting to come to us. Look at the slew. Well, look what we had come through. And then you get somebody with relevancy. I mean, before Woody, Woody, before that was Van Gundy. Before that was Pat Riley, that you can really say that we had coaches and we had fillers in between, correct?
Yep. I'm saying, I'm just going to say, bro, I understand where you're coming from, but just one thing speaks for itself. Out of 9 active seasons in the NBA, Tibbs won Coach of the Year twice, and they were not back-to-back. It was one at the beginning of his career and one last year. That means this man is not a fluke.
No, he's not. And the thing is,
and that first game should put other coaches on notice that Tibbs is coming for that trophy this year too.
Right.
Yeah. For sure.
Those
should put cats on because you could say that last year was a surprise. Cool. Like Knicks surprised y'all last year. We ain't a surprise this year, so cats is gonna be ready. So these victories is gonna be way more worthwhile.
Well, yeah, that, and then also if you notice because the Indiana the preseason game, they tried to play the Knicks like they played last year. When they ran out, they were running the zone. Am I correct, or am I wrong? Daring you to shoot.
I see a team run the zone on us. I know they cooked.
I know they cooked from the.
I know they cooked. I know they cooked. That's a rep for this team and this makeup. Run the zone if you want. Recipe for destruction.
Right. No doubt.
Yo, these cats had. I know it's a preseason game, whatever, but these cats literally had over 100 points by the third quarter.
Bro, when was the last time you seen the Knicks team do that, man?
By the third quarter, bro.
And I'm here to tell you that if the Knicks bench wasn't ice cold in the second half,
a bit more than that.
We might have scored 145, bro.
Son, that was the trajectory we was on at one point in the game.
Right. That's what they. Yeah.
And this is why I was telling you. I don't think that those might be the guys that play, but I don't think that that's going to be the playtime allocation. I'm telling you, the top level guys is going to play a lot longer. Watch.
Right. No, I don't dispute that, bro. I'm not disputing any of that stuff because I think Tom Thibodeau coaches every game as if it's game 7.
Yes, sir.
Tibbs wants to win at all costs, and you can't blame him. What other kind of coach would you want?
That's the perfect coach.
Yeah, you don't want your coach to be like, man, listen, we got in Milwaukee late last night, bro. I'm gonna see what Knox can do at the 3 tonight. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going. Nah, you want Tibbs. You want a coach that's gonna come out there and flat out try to outcoach the universe every chance he gets.
Every game. Yep. Every game.
Yep.
Nate got the better of him. Nate got the better of him during the playoffs, and I'm assuming that's heavy on his mind.
Right.
You know it is. You know that, man. We all, like I said it yesterday, fellas. That man doesn't do. He's married to basketball. He eats, drinks, sleeps. He craps it. That's the whole thing. If he when that man died, he's gonna come back reincarnated as a basketball or another coach. That's
Right.
what he's gonna wind up doing. And the thing is, that man, I know he had many. He still got sleepless nights thinking about
Right.
that whole run.
Of course he do, because he was there is nothing worse than going into a gunfight with a knife. You going into a gunfight with a knife, bro, and you know it, but you still got to go because you're a fighter. You got to go in there because you're a fighter.
I'm
You
gonna
know
tell
what
you,
I'm saying?
if anybody played any kind of sport, you got in the playoffs, or you got to a championship and you lost that joker, it just sticks. That's one of them things that sticks. You just can't get it. You can't shake it out. You can't get it out of your system.
Right.
And you seen in the first in the people, oh, you're overreacting. Just one preseason game. No, man, this is the first building block to that championship run.
And they obviously didn't look like they didn't treat it like a preseason game. So I'm not.
Exactly. You got to be in the mindset. Like I said, it's a different energy. I don't mean to just hog it up, but this is a different energy with this squad, man. I don't know if anybody, if you just sit back and look at it, the energy, the vibes are different from last year to now because the upgrades we made and just the way they are, the whole team is bought in on every single little thing. That is big. And
First
Very
then
5 minutes
big.
of that game, it occurred to me that these cats is coming in this season headhunted.
Yes,
Head hunting.
for sure. I'm hyped up for Kemba and D Rose. D Rose is gonna have a big season this year. I'm telling you.
Ember, look, that yo man, that I do. To me, I really kind of analyze like what cats say in those interviews and this, that, and the other, and the energy I'm getting. And yo, Kemba is home, and I really think that we gonna get a show from that cat, yo.
Right.
He stay healthy, we are getting a show in MSG. He looks like he is definitely focused on that.
Right. Right.
We have a combination of things working together. We have guys that really want to be here. You can tell. Like that type of camaraderie and chemistry so fast. Like guys were looking for guys. They were making sure that the open guy got the shot. They got the best shot. And it's like, wait a minute. Oh, okay. You have a coach that has something to prove. Just by
not
reading
only
the chat from some of the things that some of the people are saying in the chat, it's like, yo, this coach can't win for losing. Like,
Mhm.
Who you talking about, Tibbs?
everything is a
Yeah.
problem. Like, I'm not sure who we think is going to come in free agency, who we're going to trade for, what coach, what magical unicorn coach is going to come out of the clouds and save us. But we got what we got. And what you going to do? When I look at my foxhole, I got who I got.
Right.
Like, we going out like some soldiers.
Right.
And I think that's what we have now. We have a bunch of soldiers willing to do whatever it takes to win. Because the very first thing that people say is, well, yeah, like we were saying earlier, Reggie Bullock is gone with the defense. But did you see
Yep.
Evan Fournier?
Right. Did you
It's
see
not
Evan?
locked down. Reggie Bullock was not a lockdown defender. He's not Ben Simmons. He's not Kawhi Leonard. He's not
Right.
Paul George. He's none of those people. He played adequate defense most of the time.
Right.
Until
Right.
someone got on him that cooked him, and it was like, okay, we got to throw somebody else at this person.
Right.
So we've made some upgrades. Kemba Walker has something to prove. Boston was
Flop.
nil for him. Like he could
Flop.
have came to the
Right.
Knicks first, but he was like, nah, it's because we weren't winning. We weren't a franchise that brought any type of prestige at the time. But we
Right.
won 40 something games last year. We
Yeah,
gut and we
man.
grind. We went in the playoffs and we did what we could do. And now guys are like, well, dang, the Knicks are really scrappy. If I join the Knicks, what could really happen? I'm
Right.
liking what Tibbs is doing. We
Right.
won't see that because in our minds we have this fantasy that the Jesus Christ of basketball is going to show up, wave his arms, part the Red Sea, and we're going to walk into the promised land. Oh, we did it! Thank you, Jesus basketball. There we
Right.
go.
Right.
We have Tom Thibodeau. We have Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett. Did y'all see how this guy's playing? But we want to get rid of this kid because he's not jumping above the rim,
Yeah,
360s in the air,
doing the no look passes. Shooting from the half court, just taking the wild bad shots that actually go in. I mean, he's a below the rim player.
You can't get fooled by the flash. You can't get fooled by the. There have been so many guys. We can run through the list of guys that when we see them, we was like, oh man, this guy's going to be something. But they never turn out to be anything. Case in point, J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith had athleticism out the wazoo.
Yep.
Right.
The best at shooting the worst shots you possibly could. Like, why is he shoot? Swish. Oh my goodness.
You remember the shot in the finals? He shot over a double team, fading out of bounds, and it went in. Yeah.
But with all of that talent, did it ever amount to him being first NBA? Did it amount to him being MVP conversation, defensive player of the year? Did it? No.
His best season was when he was with Woody. Woody was the one who put him on the map.
Yeah.
So we have guys that have potential to be. We have a guy that has the potential to be one of the best players, not just in his class, but has ever played for the Knicks. RJ Barrett has listened to the critics. What y'all gonna complain about now? His toenails are too long?
Probably.
He can't shoot off the dribble.
That's Noel.
What is he doing now? Well, he don't come off screens well. What did he do? First preseason game. Bottoms. Nothing but net. So I'm like, yo, guys, we got to look at this thing realistically. We have what we have. And it's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Give us these next couple of months, and you will see. Like you said, the Vegas odds are going to change again.
Of course.
The media is going to be like, wow, well, if the Knicks could get this guy, it could take them over the top. They could be this.
They're going to start trade rumors for us like they always do.
Of course.
Right. That's what they're going to do, because if anybody disgruntled, they were putting everybody coming to us. I mean, they do it all the time. They really do. They've been doing it all the time for years.
I just saw a video yesterday. I saw a video, well, not yesterday. It's actually this morning, but y'all forgive me for. But yeah, they were like, man, Zion is so. Somebody's got to go, either David Griffin or Zion Williamson. Somebody's got to go for the Pelicans and blah, blah, blah. Right. The thing is, every time somebody's disgruntled, they bring up the Knicks because it's the biggest media market.
Who do they have in Vegas making the odds? Is that Max Kellerman, Freezy?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, probably.
Max about to lose them some money.
Yeah, because Max need a job right now, right?
What happened?
Now he got another gig on ESPN. He doing another show. He got another show.
The show before First Take.
Okay. Yeah, man. That dude is terrible. Jay Boogie!
Salute, Jay.
Good morning, man.
Jay Breesley.
Good morning, man. How y'all doing, man? Great to see you fellas,
Boogie
man.
in the house, in the building.
What's going down, Boogie?
We
Man,
podcasting, baby.
Everything, man. Right now, everything. Life is going on. Shout out to the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying? G-Man for Life just coming aboard. Shout out to Danny Landis.
Mr. Boogie.
I'm trying to imitate Breezy with that. Mr. Chuck was good. The young E40, that bail money is in the building, man. The chats, everybody, man. Man, we rocking, man. I've been dancing and grooving all morning, man. I'm feeling like Earth, Wind, and Fire, man, on that September, man. And all them guys, I be like, do you remember? You hating on Knicks, September.
Yeah,
but this season, we got some tricks for y'all, man. A lot of things good happening, man. Salute, 3 capital S's, man.
Man, sure. Salute.
Yo, Knicks fans about to be unbearable. Yo, Cats don't want the Knicks to be good, yo. They don't want the Knicks to be good. Knicks fans about to be unbearable.
Hey, you got some people in the world just not happy unless they're complaining about something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wake up in the morning and they just sour at the world. You know,
You can't be too mad at them though. Like, yo, being a Knicks fan, depending on how long you were a Knicks fan, like there's a certain amount of PTSD associated
I
with
mean,
it.
I
So like,
understand. Look, I understand.
so I give them, I actually give them grace. I give them a little bit of grace because like I could dig where they at. Like, you know, I'm more of an optimist, but I can see how people's optimism may have gotten beaten down.
I mean, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that because, like I said, it's been some bad, some lean, like the Great Depression type years up around here. Being, you know, however, now you got that, you know, now there's sugar in the Kool-Aid now, man. Enjoy it. Get on a ride. Enjoy this sugar in the Kool-Aid, man. It's been in the refrigerator. It's all nice and cold. You take it out, your jug sweating and going on. You know, enjoy that, man. Look, hey, the fried chicken has been fried up. It's nice and hot. You got the hot water cornbread ready with you, man. You got your collard greens cornbread. You know, the collard greens to go there, the mac and cheese. Enjoy your meal, man. Take your shoes off. Loosen your belt. Open your pants a little bit. Let that honey pot hang a little bit, dog. Enjoy yourself. There's no sense in sitting up and being sour like that, like, you know, big sour puss around there, man. Just mad at the world all the time. We can't change the past, but look, they are affecting the future. Roll with it.
They know for a fact that the greatest strength we have amongst our squad is our loyalty. And a lot of people in life don't have loyalty. So they look at us like, yo, them guys been loyal and strong representatives of the New York Knicks when they were down. Please don't let them win because they going to act up. You right, we going to act up. We act up when we was down. We going to act up while we winning. You right.
Right.
I'm telling you now, you're right, because I'm going to tell you. It's shout out again to all you to the G-Man and all the Giants fans. But I'm gonna just say, when the Saints won the Super Bowl for the first time, you think we didn't act a fool after all them years of walking in a barren land, talking about a team that had paper bags on their head? You think they didn't do the fool then? So imagine Knicks. Now, like I said, I can't claim, we can't, a lot of us can't even say that we got 2 championships, but we can't claim those. Those not during our time. We didn't witness that. I was only a few months. I was some months old when they won that joint.
Yeah, man.
So imagine now, all the old heads that are still there that remember that championship, that can witness that, and then everybody on from that point on, we win the championship. You think the world ain't gonna flip on this axis? You think cats not gonna be running through Bangkok, losing their mind?
It is what it is, bro. It could the Knicks when the Knicks won the championship. But let me say this though. So shout out to Wacko Knicks Fanatic. Thank you for the super chat platter. He says, and Tibbs wins Coach of the Year with 3rd-tier talent. #Knicks. Bam. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bam.
That's what I'm saying. So I wanna ask you guys a question. I want to shift gears a little bit, right? What do y'all think about Tibbs selecting Miles McBride as the first non-necessary rookie to enter the game? Because Jericho Sims was a necessary rookie because Nerlens Noel was out, so Sims had to play regardless.
I think the narrative about those young guys, I think, is kind of off because I think they're obviously Tibbs pick. Like I feel like the rookies have like Tibbs written all over them.
You're right. Keep going.
So like I expected to see I actually think that there's a lot of value in McBride, and like we definitely are probably going to see him, and not so much because he's better. I feel like he might be a little bit better offensively. But I feel like Tibbs is really going to appreciate his two-way value. That's where he's going to shine. I'm very much impressed by that kid.
Man. So point of order, right? So of course, I got to come in and be the adjudicator here. So Free Keith said a lot of great things, and I agree with everything he just said. He did not answer Freezy's question. So Freezy, could you please state the question again, please?
What do y'all think about Tibbs' selection of the first non-necessary rookie to come off the bench?
Okay. So
the first non-necessary rookie was Miles McBride and not Quentin Grimes.
Right. So that being the question, to Free Keith's point, I agree that every rookie that was drafted for the squad was a Tibbs pick, right? He had his fingerprints all over the draft picks, right? But if we look and we pay attention to what happened in the preseason, and we watched the maturation early on, again, these guys were not playing against true NBA talent at that point, but they are on an NBA team. But I think everyone, and again, I don't like to use absolutes, right? So I think for the most part, the majority of fans looked at Deuce McBride and said that if anyone's coming off the bench first without any injuries, it's going to be Deuce. I think we on that fact, right? To Freezy's point, when Nerlens went down and he was unable to play, that elevated the timeline for one Mr. Jericho
Sims.
So
that we're assuming.
Yeah,
we don't know if it was going to be Nerlens and Jericho, and you know what I'm saying, man in the game.
Well, Keith,
Nah, but Nerlens Noel was out.
I think we do know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like we're saying that, but we don't know that if the original plan was to have him and Nerlens share the minutes with Mitch down.
So I disagree in that point, because if that was the point, Taj Gibson would be the starting point guard during preseason.
No, starting center.
No, you're starting
center.
This is what I'm saying. Of the three of them, and it being the first preseason game, I feel like if Nerlens was ready to go, we would have still seen some Sims. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
So I don't know that I agree. It's a possibility. We don't know, because that wasn't the situation that was presented to us. But there is a possibility there. But I think just knowing what I know from a kid's perspective, he's going to go with what's tried and true. And what's tried and true at the 5 position at this point right now would be Nerlens if he's healthy, and then he's backed up by Todd. Now, I'm not saying that Sims can't get no burn. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying from a Tibbs perspective, I'm telling you right now, if Nerlens is healthy and Todd is healthy, that's going to be your rotation until – that's the same thing we saw last year.
But that's how that – it was when Mitch went down that was able to get some run. What's that other cat we didn't sign back?
Novell Pell.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, this is what I'm – like, Sims is going to take up that role. And Taj only gets taxed like that when one of the other two guys is out, bro. If both Mitch and Nerlens is up and running, Taj doesn't take on those kind of minutes. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if Nerlens was able to go, even with Mitch down, I think Sims would have still got some minutes. I don't think that Taj would have been run like that.
I'm not so sure, because what you're saying right now is this. You're taking a kid that has never played in the NBA before and put him in front of.
But he was also a Tibbs pick. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. He's been working with these cats all summer too. Keep that in mind. It's the first preseason game. Even Knox got run.
I got you, Keith. I got you. But as no one, we've all seen how how Tibbs run his rotation, right? So when is the last time that you saw Tibbs start a rookie in front of a pure solidified vet? When was the last time?
I didn't say he would start.
Okay.
I didn't say he would start.
Fair enough. But
what you call it got started in front of RJ got started in front of Frank.
But that's not a stretch though. Come on.
I mean, it's not a stretch, but I'm just saying, like, Frank was a 4-year vet.
Okay, so let me put it this way. let's just say that based on what we did last year, and we've seen that the way that the roster has been reinvigorated this year, we have signed a lot of different players from last season's team. They re-signed with the team this year. So that tells me that the coaching staff, the front office, was content with the reduction of our roster last year, and we've added some key pieces. So in those key pieces, I expect for that 10-man rotation, I'm going to say it now, that 10-man rotation, the starting five, and then the bench scores that we got. Then these young guys that we got coming off the bench, barring any injuries, they're going to have to find their way. They're going to have to earn their spot during practice, right?
Which to me is perfectly fine for a good team. That's how a good team operates. When you're a good team, those good cats who are rookies got to wait their turn. And I'm pleased that we're in this position.
Absolutely. So I say all that to say this, right? From a Sims perspective, I'm not so sure that if Nerlens is not injured or can't go, that he doesn't get that burn. But I think that what has happened, because if you remember right after the draft or right after Summer League, we were projecting Sims to go down to the G League and then spend some time in the G League, get his stats up, and then we can move him back up. So his timeline has now been accelerated. And what I want us to do is be careful with that, because we said the same thing when Obi was drafted, right? So Obi was supposed to be this insert and play wonderful as an NBA prospect. But that's from people that did not understand Obi's trajectory. I just want us to make sure that we have expectation management, right? Jericho Sims is a freak of nature for me, because when I'm watching him in the paint doing, and again, it's preseason. Don't get it twisted. I understand it's a preseason game, but people show you tendencies whenever they're on the court. When you go to work in the morning and you may be having a bad day, people have expectations of what your production is going to be while you're in the office, right? So regardless of what you got going on, they have those expectations. Jericho Sims he showed me that he has the potential to be able to hold his own amongst men. And at the 5 position, you're talking about grown men with big bodies. So when he has to be able to find his niche, what he's good at and what he needs to work. And I think that's where Taj Gibson comes in and is able to teach him these things that he needs to learn. The same with the Nerlens, because we talked about rim protector. He is definitely not anywhere close to being a rim protector at this point. So what we do is we take the flip side of that. You're not a rim protector, so I'm gonna need for you to give me some offense at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, but to the point of the conversation would be this. I don't know if Sims gets playing time if Nerlens is healthy. I just don't know if that's happening right now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this right here.
If it was regular season, I'd agree with you.
I don't see the Chicago Bulls up by 20 points and had no reason for Derrick Rose to be in the game, and he injured himself up a dub. Mm-hmm. I don't see last year we was up 15, 20 points with like 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game, and Julius and them was still out there on the court.
Yep.
And we was like, what?
Why?
Reason why I say that is because it's going to be a long season for McBride to get on that floor, for Grimes to get on that floor. Because at point guard, you talking about Kimber, Derrick Rose, quickly / Burks that can all handle and play the point at any given time. So with me saying that, I don't even look for Bride to get on the floor at all unless it's a complete 25-point blowout and it's like 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the game.
Same here. Them cats are straight insurance.
Right. With Jericho, this is Tom's personal pick right here.
It is.
He's getting ready. invest a lot of stock in this dude because he sees Noah all over again. That's all he sees. Joe Kim Noah. That's
For
all he
real?
sees. So
He
yes,
gives me Blake Griffin vibes for real, actually a little bit.
yeah, but Tom didn't bring up Blake. Tom brought up
Oh, I see what you're
you know what
saying.
I'm saying, brought up Joel Noah. He brought him up. And also Taj was around him too. So therefore that's a lot of experience with Tom and Taj. Now
But
we
he gives you
also
more
know
offensively. He gives you more offensively than Noah can give, than Noah was given though. That's what I'm saying.
right, but with us not knowing the complete element of Mitch's foot,
Yes.
we don't know what's going on with him.
Yes.
We also know that Noel is injury prone. We know these things for a fact. So right now, Tom is in a let me get this guy prepped and ready and take advantage of any time that I can get this guy on the court, Jaheim, just in case. Now, you can look and see he cussed that man out 3 times in that preseason game. Literally. And when coaches do that right there, that means he personally wants to get it right with him. Not because he's on him, but he sees something in him that he wants him to get, and he's gonna invest everything he got into that man right there so he can prep up and be ready just in case. I just look to see Jericho Sims on that floor way before I see McBride and all them because we got too many options with them. But we do know with the bigs, they also can get hurt and injured more quicker than what the guards will because we're deeper in that spot. So I just look for him, to bring that boy along, man. That's his personal vendetta right there.
I agree 100%, Boogie. And so two things here, right? I see the potential in the Jericho Sims, but what I don't want to have happen is that his flame gets diminished, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when people experience success early on, and then for whatever reason that you start taking a downward spike until you can find out what's going on and reinvent yourself and get back up to what you got going on. That's because he's a young man. Is he even 20 years old yet in the NBA?
Say that again.
Is he 20 years old yet? Sims.
Is he fully what?
Is Sims 20 yet? How old is Sims?
Nah, he's not 20.
He's 19. So you still talking about it. So remember what we did at 19 years old, right? So not only are you saying you got a 19-year-old kid playing amongst men, and then you give him a whole bunch of money. So there's a lot of things that's going to have to go into the development of a Sims, right? I'm not saying that it's not possible. The only thing I'm saying is we have to temper our expectations. And I know with a Taj kind of figure around Sims, I'm confident that he's gonna, be a sponge and soak up what he needs to soak up to be able to be productive at the end of the day. And that's what we need for him to do because, to your point, Boogie, our bigs are going down left and right, for real. You know what I'm saying? To the point that our only big right now that's healthy is Taj Gibson. Imagine that. And we talked about this a couple shows ago, and I said this, if Taj Gibson is our savior at the 5, we are in trouble. We're in trouble. I'm telling you now, we're in trouble. So we're going to have to figure out what that looks like. What are we doing? What are we doing moving forward? And I understand bringing Sims on in the preseason, and hopefully he's getting that work, and I'm sure he is. He's getting that work in practice as well. Your thoughts, gentlemen? Crickets.
Oh no, I agree with you on that. Look, the thing is this draft is different because, like you said, these picks are definitely Tom Thibodeau picks. Those are his guys. You can tell by the way they play. They got that Tom Thibodeau style of play. Also, let's take it one step further. Look at the coaches they played under in college.
Good point.
That same style.
Yeah.
Sims is gonna because we were all saying, I was agree with you, the thing about the G League and everything, but considering I kept it in the back of my head because I was looking at it like this. Mitch and Nerlens both have the injuries. Sims may get, because I was thinking, oh, it'll probably be Deuce getting on the court first, more time. But in the back of my head, I was kind of debating with myself, thinking, with the injury we have at the 5, Sims could actually get more time than McBride.
Yep.
For the simple fact it's a need. And that's why you're gonna see Tibbs on him, not because it's just his pick, because of what we're gonna need. You know, not saying that Grimes is gonna be a forgotten man, but Grimes is a different position as well.
Yeah, he got some people to fight through before he.
Yeah, he's got some people to fight through. I think I like Sims. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like that kid. I love that kid because you develop him, the possibilities could be endless for him. You know, is this going to be a different take on everything than we actually thought? Because again, we still as a fandom, we've never seen anything like this, man.
True that. So, let me ask you this, Sophie. So I know from an offensive standpoint, Sims has what it takes to put the ball in the basket. I get that, right? So where or what would be the expectations of trying to transition him into a rim protector?
Say it again.
So we understand. Well, I think we understand based on what we saw Sims' production in the summer league, and then the one game that he played in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
He has offensive paralysis to be a factor at the 5.
Yeah.
But what are the expectations into turning him into a rim protector? A la a Nerlens Noel type person.
Well, first of all, he's got to get. He needs to know what he needs to. Trying to put in the right words. He needs the IQ. He needs time to learn that because he got lost in some settings, in some plays. So that's going to be a lot of time in the film room, showing him where to go and everything like that. He's going to need that kind of coaching. The physical attributes are there. I'm not really worried about him coming out the box being a 20-10, like 20 and 10 guy. If he giving me 8 to 10 points, if he give you 8 points, man, you win it.
No doubt.
You win it point wise. But the thing is, he needs to learn defensive settings and who's moving and where to be, when to bring the help defense. You got to be able to react. That's gonna be the thing, because things gonna be faster. And you saw sometimes he got lost in the preseason game, which is gonna happen. He's a rookie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't remember too many rookies that came in the league that were like lockdown defenders. I'm trying to think of somebody. Anybody tell me that came in the league that was all up in it? Even Smart. We talk about how we all give Marcus Smart his props. He wasn't like that. He was a defender, but he wasn't like that either. Deuce is a good defender, but he wasn't like that. Look, GP. Look, we always talk about when you say defense and guard play, the first person to come to mind is the glove. Glove wasn't coming in. He didn't come out of college just locking everybody. He wasn't up in everybody like a wedgie. He was a problem. But that comes with time and experience, and we just have to be patient. I just think Sims out of all our rookies, I think, considering now as you're seeing how things are falling, he's going to get a hyper accelerated developmental class.
I like the way you put that, and I agree 100%. Based on circumstances, he's going to be asked to step up faster than everybody else that's around him that came in the league at the same time. I agree 100%. Yeah,
and that's just the thing. But I just want I don't want people to start killing him because he missed an assignment. Who doesn't miss assignments? Is right now our whole goal is to get him to reduce his mistakes, because he's not gonna come in like that like he did before. Well, he's not gonna come in like he's an all-time pro.
So it's interesting that you say that, and that leads me into my next thing is I don't want y'all to treat Sims the same way you treated Obi. Please don't do that.
You know what? Not to cut you off, G man. I'm gonna tell you what happened with Obi. It was all a hype when they're saying he's NBA ready. He's this, he's that, and he had the player of the year from coming out of college.
Yep.
The thing is it was a different ball game, and you the one who brought it up. Obi's a slow, he starts off slow but picks up fast.
Yep.
And we seen that in the preseason game. We seen Obi. Look, last season you never would have seen Obi take it coast to coast. We didn't see him. Did he ever do it last year? No. Did he put the ball through his hand? Did he hit him with that Akeem type move with all that beautiful footwork before?
No, he did not.
So you got to give the man time to develop. Everybody develops at different times. I mean, may he rest in peace. The GOAT Kobe had when his rookie season, he wasn't putting out there firing up. You knew he was going to be great, but he didn't come out like that.
That's right. Everybody got to develop. Everybody's got to have time to figure out.
And just to Knicks Nation in the chat, no, I'm not comparing Obi to Kobe. I'm just saying. So let me put that out there now. I'm just saying. There's only one Kobe Bryant who I considered he was the closest thing to Jordan you will ever have.
Yep, facts. And
he's number 2 on my Mount Rushmore behind, if you're going to put Jordan 1, Kobe's my number 2. That's just what it is. Not LeBron, but Kobe. But that's me on mine. Everybody got their own opinion. Hey, it is what it is.
My bad. Stupid coughing attack, man. My bad.
No doubt. So I would say this, right? I agree with so far you had poignant points as you always do. You know what I'm saying? I would say this, right? I mean, for first of all, let me go back. Let me go back to the chat. So Hulk, I want you to understand one thing, right? So when you hear me up here giving these takes, it's not being negative. It's just pointing out facts, because if you don't do that, people have a tendency to paint you in a certain light, to say that you're not being realistic, or you're not speaking with facts or things of that nature, right? So I just want to make sure I cover all bases. I am more than excited about the roster we have this year moving forward. I am so giddy right now, it ain't even funny. I can barely contain myself. Having said all that, we still have the obligation to be able to speak upon where we can make improvements. Where are the opportunities that we can improve? And, as fans, to curtail those expectations. So, people right now, if some people out here will tell you, and I heard this yesterday. I heard that the New York Knicks will be NBA champions this year. I heard that.
Evergreen G said that.
He did. So I am a realist, right? Until there are certain aspects of this team I need to see solidified before I go there. Now, what I will say is we will be a force to be reckoned with in the East this year, much more so than what people perceive us to be after coming out of last year. As far as Sims goes, depending on, and we don't know, and this is the crazy part, we don't know the extent of Nerlens' issue that kept him out of the preseason game.
Right.
Nobody's talking about that.
Right. Hey, your best ability is your availability.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
We don't know right now, today, speaking with you guys right here on air. Somebody please tell me when Mitch is going to see the floor. Somebody tell me that, please. Exactly.
I don't know.
My point being this, right? Right now, at the 5 position, our starting big is Taj Gibson.
Yeah, right now.
And I told you guys early on, if Taj Gibson is our best option at the 5, we are
in trouble. Yeah, I understand that.
We're in trouble. So, and I say all that to say this. So it's going to be real easy for people to forget what I'm telling you right now today on the 7th of October at 10:44 Eastern Standard Time, right? Timestamp that, because people are going to forget. Right. Do not put too much pressure on a Jericho Sims. Don't do it. It's not his. This dude is 19 years old, Freaky. 19 years old. At
I
19
think he did. I think he may be old. I think
he
21.
22. He
He
22.
21. I figured he was. I thought he was like
He's 22. He played 4 years at Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, Knox was that. Actually, Knox was the youngest cat on the. No. Yeah, I think Knox was the youngest cat on the team.
Right now?
Still, yeah.
No.
Isn't he?
No.
Or is
No.
it RJ?
Nah, RJ younger than him.
Okay, by what, like about a year, right?
About a year.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Freezy. If I came to Uncle Freezy at 22 years old, you fresh out of boot camp, you done went through AIT, and you at your first duty station, right?
Right.
And I come to you and I say, Uncle Freezy, check this out. I'm about to give you a bonus to re-enlist, right? I'm about to fill your pockets up at 22 years old. I'm about to give you $50,000 tax free for 4 years. I need for you to re-enlist for 4 years. I'm gonna give you $50,000, and you can do whatever you want to do with that money.
G-Man, you telling me but I'm at my first duty station, bro. I've been out of basic training 8 months,
right?
6 months, and
Right.
you want me to re-enlist already?
Yeah, yes, because I see.
No, it ain't worth it.
I see something in you, but I'm giving you $50,000 tax free dollars. $50,000 tax free.
I don't know, man. I gotta bide my time.
$50,000 Freezy. I'm telling you.
I gotta bide my time.
Okay. So I see where you're going. This is a negotiation period right now. So maybe 58 to answer. So I'm willing to go into my pockets, right? And I'm gonna give you another 10,000. So let's say 60,000 for 4 years. What's up?
I don't know.
What we saying? What we saying? And look, and I'm gonna give you one better. I'm gonna allow you to stay at your first duty station for the first 3 years required.
Hey, you gonna give me? Hey, what about? Am I gonna get my 3 choices of duty station?
So we can talk about that. So if we want to do that, if I'm going to give you choice of duty station, then I don't have to come back on the money a little bit. You can't get it all. So
I got to have it all. If I'm 19.
No.
If I'm 19 and you telling me to commit,
You can ask for it, but I'm a businessman too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you asking me, you asking me to, you know what I'm saying, I wanna make sure I ain't PCSing once I'm getting, you know what I'm saying. I ain't look, man, I ain't trying to get to Fort Hood, and then as soon as I get there, I'm PCSing to Germany for 4 years. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's this club in Fort Hood, Texas called City Lights, right outside Post.
Big man. Yeah.
So, I'm just saying.
So let me address a couple things real quick, because I'm gonna have to jump off here because I got my real job is.
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna jump, man. I had a coughing attack, man. Man, y'all ain't hurt me. Y'all ain't hurt me.
No.
Oh, well, good. Okay.
We're good. So Kevin Middleton says that doesn't make sense what Sergeant's saying. Rookies kill every day in this league. Okay, so I'm not saying rookies don't get their play on right, but you got to be. Come on now. Where? Tell me the last time. Now, there are some people out there that you can kind of point to, John Morant and people like that. But when does a coaching staff bring rookies in and start them right off the bat?
A coach that's not around long.
Yeah, because he's gonna be on the unemployment line for sure. That's gonna happen. And then my man JJ says, my man Sergeant Knicks always be agreeing with everyone's points left out loud. I find it funny. Okay, so JJ, I will tell you this, right? I am not always right. So there are some points and some takes that I've had that have come back to bite me in my behind. And I'm like,
Cooper.
That was going to be one. Right? Talk about what's my man about those. He was another one. So there are some. I got some shaky things out there that I had takes on, right? But what we don't know is if a Sharif Cooper was on this team, how would he proceed?
Yeah, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't even. Yeah, with the chat, people just saying the whole,
You know what? I do this for you, and I would say that regardless of what people's takes are, in their heart of hearts, they believe what they say. However,
or they trolling.
That could be it too. But I'm here to say, Freezy, I ain't afraid of the smoke, bro. So whatever it is, let me have it. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, so you gonna be doing a pod couple tonight?
So this is important, right? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Tonight, on Thursday night at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, the pod couple will be live, up close, and then perfect for your viewing pleasure. So if you ain't got nothing else to do, come through. If you got something else to do, I'm gonna need you to reschedule that and come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So understand, my co-host Cornerstone is recovering right now. Godspeed. We wish him all the best, speedy recovery. But guess who you get to see tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the podcast? Me and that bald-head dude up there in the top quadrant of this quad chart that we're looking at right now, right? So it's gonna be me
podcasting,
and Uncle Freezy podcasting for sure. It's going down. It's going down right
yeah, man.
So
yeah,
definitely come through at 6:30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man, before you close out, man, I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm gonna tell everybody right now. Y'all get ready to see Tom coach this year like this is his last year, his contract.
Say it again.
I'm telling you that. You might as well get ready. That man is on a real coaching mission this year, and you saw it in our first preseason game. Just watch his movement, man. Watch his movement.
He showed that in the very first preseason game, man. That man was
not playing.
like it was the last game of his life.
He is double parked, bro. He is double parked.
It's with
the pulley already on it.
Right. 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 That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like I said, hey, just keep in mind, this is going to be this is a way different year, man. Because like I said, the Obi and IQ got a taste. They got a taste of what it is to win. They got a taste of making to the playoffs. A lot of rookies don't get a chance to do that, especially when you're on a team that's considered a bottom feeder.
Right. Yep.
So you come in, you make the moves. Somebody brought it up, and G-Man, you and I talked about this before.
Yep.
People are seeing us win, and other players are looking like, wait, they got something going on right here. Right. Talking behind, and then Boogie brought this up. That All-Star weekend, and Julius was there All-Star weekend. You already know he was up there planting some seeds, man.
Yes,
now a lot of this stuff is starting to come to fruition.
Yep.
And so I'm saying all of this, like, you got casters looking, and they want to come. They're not saying anything. Forget the media, man. The mainstream media, they're gonna come out with their own narrative, man, to take your eye away from what you need to be looking.
Hey, yeah. Hey, it's something funny. So there's a to what Bodega Wi-Fi said. So the Knicks have a first unit, second unit, and third unit, right? Yeah. And the first unit is the blue team. The first unit is the white team. The second unit is the blue team, and the third unit is the green team that they call the Dream Team. And they call them the Dream Team because the dudes on the third unit dream so much of being on the first and second unit. Yeah. That is hilarious.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you got to keep in mind, man. A lot of these cats, man, they greener than goose poop. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. And you just got to get these. Hey, look, I got to turn on the brain mouth filter. Something else almost came up out of there.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, let me shout Sergeant Nick out real quick. I'm gonna shout my big brother out. Left jab, hard right 2 dribbles, cross back over from right to left, reverse levit pivot, drop step off the glass. Say less.
In traffic.
I watched that I was watching the highlights, and I replayed that like 8 times. I was like, this can't be. Is this Obi?
That's Obi.
But the thing is, he's athletic, and people not look. Give that man his dues. He showed you in summer league that he put in work. He showed you in his that was summer league. That's against guys that's less than level of this, and they're not gonna make that. Okay, well, this is preseason game. What's gonna be the next excuse on that, man? Give that man his props. He put in work. Give IQ his props. He put in work. IQ, he need to work on his handle. I've seen some things. He tightened them handles up. He tightened them handles. You seen the crossover coming around between the legs and getting them hitting them passes.
He got number 9. He got number 9. He got number 9. Number 9. He was like, hey, it's like how you doing 75 and a 60, and the trooper flashed the blue light like all he do is like whoop whoop, but he don't come get you.
Yeah,
and he letting you know, hey, I could have had you if I wanted you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I could have had you.
That's right.
If I wanted you.
You know, one of the drills that I would have had Obi doing, because everybody talk about his movement and his hips and all that right there.
Yep.
I'd have had Obi working out with one of the cornerbacks of the New York Giants, just to learn how to maneuver his hip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how far and deep I go, be paying attention. If that man get that hip movement right,
it's gonna be over.
Man.
It's gonna be over.
Bro. No knock on Giants DBs, but I'd probably got some Dallas Cowboy DBs to help Obi.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, yo. Hey, salute. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out. Crazy.
Yo, I see you.
All the way, baby.
All the way.
We're gonna knock that Star Spangled Banner off that helmet this weekend.
No doubt.
4 o'clock.
For sure. Hey, Kevin, hey, brother, ain't nothing but love, man. Ain't nothing but love.
Hey, Sergeant Nick, I ain't mean to be up 2 or 3 o'clock this morning and catch that breaking news on your man this morning. I ain't mean to catch that like that. Because I know you was looking for a running back, but I got that boy out of Seattle, man.
You did, but you know what? I went and picked up that kid from Chicago, so I think he's gonna bring some good fortune this weekend.
Yeah, man. Y'all vultures, bro. Y'all know all my running backs hurt.
Yes.
Huh?
You can't rest.
Gotta trade something to get something, baby. I got a new lead back in Seattle now. Oh my God.
So here we go.
Yeah, man. Hey, I gotta get out. I gotta say these. But man, I had this coffee. Hey, man, the pod couple today at 6:30.
6:30.
Hey, G man, I'm gonna hit you. Can I hit you when we get off?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll hit you when we get off.
All right, brother.
All right, so hey, thank you everybody for coming through. Check out the pod couple at 6:30. Knicks and Night podcast tonight. Also at 10 something, Cully and Subliminal 209. Thanks everybody for watching. Knicks morning drive tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Peace, fellas.